Check, check, check. Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm out of my tree any more than I already am. All right.
Hashtag you.
Maybe we won't start right there, but welcome back to the Whiskey Edition. My name is Rob, and tonight we're going to go through the last bit of spring shopping that has occurred over the past month. It's out of control. I'm wearing this old log cabin hat that I got at the old log cabin distillery here in Seattle in the Pacific Northwest, mainly to hold on to the microphone because I keep effing up and not wearing it. There's no place really to put it on, so I thought I'd do these gun guys do it on their channel on the YouTube, and I'm like, or maybe they're on the Instagram. I don't know where they are, but they clip it on the top, and I go, well, I'll try that. And it's a little weird because I feel like, you know, from that movie The Jerk, where he's got the nose things and he keep looking up here. Anyway, what happened was we got a new corporate Total Wine here in the area. They had a big grand opening. It was very festive with a lot of dignitaries there. And if you were to, you know, Grand Reserve's like 25,000 points, which when it's for every dollar you get 10 points, so that's a lot of money. And I probably spend that much, but I spread it around. You know, I've got relationships I've tried to foster throughout the area and all over town, and it makes it a little challenging to just spend everything at one spot. And plus, you don't have everything in one spot. And so they had a 10x points. That makes it a little more palatable when you do that. What I tried to do is just buy the things that they have as their brands, their Spirits Direct. So you can't get them anywhere else. I'm not taking, well, I guess I'm not really taking money away from my other haunts, my other connections. I spend money there too, so it gets spent anywhere. But I got this Wolcott cask collection. I thought, well, this is what I really wish all the distilleries would do, is smaller ones, so I could have more of them at a less, maybe not half price, but kinda. And it'd take up less room because I am officially out of room. This has a bottled and bond, a regular one, and a rickhouse. And I think this is, yeah, it's distilled by Barton 1792. I've got some other Bartons, so they can be compared to that when and if the time comes. While I was there, I dumbly picked up an Aperic so I can make my paper planes. I like the paper plane, it's very yummy. I already had one, and so I didn't need that. So that was kind of dumb, but it is one of their Spirits Direct. Old Emmer Double Toasted Oak in a box, so you know how much I like the box, so I got the box. It's got a magnet that holds it shut. Ooh, very exciting here. Old Emmer Double Toasted Oak, Series number 3, finest wheat. I don't know who makes the Old Emmer. I guess I'll mix this. Oh, distilled in Kentucky. Bottled by Kentucky Whiskey Bottling, Harrodsburg, Kentucky. So, I don't know. But I like the box. I have had the Old Emmer, not the Double Toasted Oak. It wasn't too bad, so got it in the box. And then I also picked up, which was not a Spirits Direct, a Wild Turkey 8-year. It was on the shelf. I took it off the shelf, and with this pile over here, I well exceeded myself into Grand Reserve, so I can spend even more money on special items that come along that you get on a list and they pick you at random, which I think is reasonably fair, so that's fine. I think I got back from a trip. Yeah, I did get back from a trip. Or I got back from somewhere. I went over to see Lee at the QFC in Renton. He has a Remus straight bourbon whiskey barrel pick that he did, a single barrel Vicks batch in honor of his dad, 1944 to 2024. So picked up this from him there to show him some support. While I was there, I also picked up one of these Penelope Peach Old Fashions. This sucker weighs in at 40% 80 proof. I haven't had it yet. I've had it in the fridge, getting nice and chilly for one of these warm days up here, because I think it'll be a really good sipper or guzzler. I'm not sure which, but I'm gonna be prepared. Where was I? I think I went back to the Total Wine, picked up a Boo Rye. I saw it on the shelf there, and I think I had a coupon, so I bought it with a coupon, and now it's a little bit less, so I think that one's, I've heard that one's really good. I think, did Porter have that one? Somebody had the Boo Rye and they thought it was pretty good, so I thought, well, I'll take the plunge. Then this happened. Not the whole box, but I did pick up the box when I was at one of the stores because it was there, and I said, well, they're giving, I just took it. Old Fitz 7-year. All the rage, it's hit all the stores. It had not hit here in the Pacific Northwest just yet, but I got a picture from one of the feeds I'm on. It said, hey, Austin has it at the Specs for $47.90 something or whatever, and I told my friend down there, I said, hey, go to a Specs and see if they have these, because $50, get me one, and when I'm down there in a couple weeks, I'll grab it. I got a text back, Specs was out. I went to 2 Specs. Well, that was I'm really appreciative of when somebody goes out of their way. But then I went to another store and they had it and I bought it for you. And she was very excited and I was very excited, and I said, how much did you buy it for? And she goes, it was $200. And I went, and I hadn't seen the bottle. I go, what's the bottle look like? Because, if it's the decanter, I'm like, sweet, $200. And it was this one. And it was $200. And I said, that was probably a little much. And he had it at full secondary. And when I was down there visiting and picking up my $200 bottle of Old Fitz 7-year, we went there and he said, well, I don't like the flippers coming in and just buying all my stuff. So now that I know you're not a flipper, the prices won't be as high. I said, well, it doesn't help me now, but it's part of the story. It's part of the culture. It's part of the supporting the locals over the Specs. It's a part of letting people know when they say, hey, I'll buy that for you. Maybe give them a ceiling. Say, don't pay more than this. Can you imagine saying, well, see if they have any Pappy. And you go in there and they have the Pappy. I bought you one. Well, how much was it? $200 MSRP? Oh no, it was $1,200. Oh geez, then you're on the hook. And you can't be mad. They're helping you out. So while we were at the guy's place, I spent more money and I got this copper and cast double oak bourbon whiskey that he had, and it's in a box. I love the box. Kind of cool. All about the presentation. I think it's, I knew where this came from because I looked at it and went, whatever. Bottled by Latitude Beverage in Rumford, Rhode Island. Distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. It's an 8-year secondary oak cask. So, MGP. So we can put this up against, it's an 8-year MGP double oaked, and we've got a Old Emmer Kentucky no-name double oak. So we kind of sliding down a little bit. So gave him a bunch of money, but he gave me a cash discount and a repeat customer discount. So I guess that's good. While I was in Texas, I always pick up, for whatever reason, an Old Ranch King Forester in case somebody here needs one, because they're hard to, you can't get them up here, and so then I have one, and I've got at least one, maybe two, that I've accumulated every time I go down there. If I see one, I grab one. I think I got it at the Specs. Went to a Total Wine and they had a whole case. This was the last one at the Specs. They're about $90, much less tax. And then while I was at the Total Wine, I do look for things that, one, I can't get up here because, and that are unique. And there's this James F.C. Hyde original Sorgo whiskey distilled from American-grown sorghum. Bottled and bond. It's a Total Wine. Last one on the shelf. Didn't see it even on their website. That's not true. It was on the website at like $50, and they had it like $70. I was like, on the shelf it said 70, and on the website it said 50 or something. And so I talked to the manager. Let me talk to the manager. It wasn't like that at all. And I said, I hit this link and it goes to the website. No, that's because it goes to your local. I go, I don't think we have that up there. Huh. And he goes, so how much was it online? $50. How much is it on our shelf? $70. How about if we split the difference? Whatever it was, $60. Hey, good. Couldn't figure it out. $55. So that worked out good. So then I get back up here, and guess what is hit like a freight train? Old Fit 7. So I go to down the street, see my friend Nancy. Old Fit 7. I said I'd buy one. She held one, you know, texted me, hey, look what I got. All right, I'll buy it. And it was a little more. And then I went, I think I got this at the Total Wine. I go, whoa, how can I not get another one? So picked up one just in case. I did leave one at the Costco. I mean, they hit everywhere over here. So now what I did is I did set out a glass. So I'm gonna open the one I got in Texas because it must be better because it was $200. Let's open this up. Maybe get a cork pop. I don't typically do these on the edition channels, but the others haven't come up as much lately. Got a Glencairn, Old Fit 7, Bottle and Bond. Little neck pour. Looks a little thin. The cork came out pretty easy. Let that open up a minute. Oh, it smells pretty good though. I've heard good things. I'm not upset about having an extra bottle or two. And if it's a regular shelfer, can it go up against Heaven Hill 7 year? Can it go up against the other 7, 8 years? We shall see. And as I was talking to Ephraim down at the West Seattle Wine and Liquor today, how is it that the old Fits 8 plus year, 8, 9, 10, are gonna be, you know, this one's 50, those are in excess of a couple $100 on up depending on the year. So that's gonna be an interesting scale. It's a step function from the 8. Do I have an 8? I think I have an 8 or 10, or I forgot which one I have. He had just sold a 9 for $220. I said I would have bought that all day. No, you know, that would have been easy pickings. Let's see how it tastes. I think the nose is really good. Caramel? Caramel? Or is that the city? Anyway. A little bit of spice. It's pretty smooth. Caramel comes through. I think it's going to be a good sipper. The finish isn't super long, but it's good. I think it's really good. I've heard good things. Happy to have it in the inventory. Won't be necessarily needing to give it to gifts. Everybody or take a bottle, they've been able to get one. So just have them around. I got them in the bag, so you know you got to get the bag. Makes it extra special. Pretty expensive bag. Speaking of expensive, I got a call from the store down the street, or a text. She said, I have this, the Maker's Mark Star Hill Farm. It's the weeded soft red winter red wheat, malted soft red winter wheat, malted 22% malted barley, 2025. I said, well, thank you for telling me. How much? $200. Look it up, it's like an 80-some bottle. I'm like, fuck, it's a lot. But you know what I know she has? Jack 14. So this one was marked as was on social media because a lot of pictures are taken of the case and the arrow pointing at the $5.99 that this was priced by not her ad. So there's this and this. Can't see them because the box isn't tall enough. Should be up like that. At what is that? $800. I said, realizing that this is not like this, and I did kind of forget, but the differential, you know, this is a 50, this is about 100. This one is a 150, but unobtainium almost. And I have not seen a Jack 14 in a store anywhere. And I even told her that. I said, I'm not making my case, am I? She goes, not really, no. So I said, how about both for $500? So she had this at 2, that makes this one 3, or this is 4, this was 1, but not 6 and not 2. We settled on $550 plus Washington State tax. So that was a lot, but again, This is in the kind of the unobtainium category. 126.3, 63.15% alcohol. So now I've got them. Look for a backup of this, or I'll crack this one open eventually compared to some of the other weeders. This will be a special occasion. I've heard mixed, and so that's what's tough. It's unobtainium, but is it really that good? Guess we'll find out eventually.
All fits.
7. It has an interesting taste. Real high rice spice. I don't know if it has the mash bill on there. I don't have it. Have to look it up. Don't have it offhand. It's a weeder. That is what's making it caramelly and sweet to me. So I'll have to compare it to some of the other weeders that have been coming out here lately, and probably this one. So that is the update. I am done. I've said this before. I have to be done for a while, especially after these two. Of course, if something comes up, I'll put that picture of somebody sent me. Yeah, everything's on a budget until there's something that breaks the budget comes up. So there is that. Thanks for sticking with me. Like, share, subscribe, and cheers. Hopefully we'll see you in 6 months after I've accumulated 3 more bottles, but that's probably not going to happen.